Hello and welcome to the Mizzou Minute over here at MizzzouCentral. This is Joey Van Zummeren, and with spring practices underway for Mizzou football, today I wanted to discuss one of the position groups on the Mizzou roster that will be undergoing some of the most turnover, and that is the group trying to create a different kind of turnover, the defensive secondary. The shoes of NFL draft prospects Ennis Rakestraw, Chris Abrams-Draine, and J.C. Carlisle will all have to be filled for the next season. The defense did add some depth to the cornerback room through the transfer portal with Clemson's Toriano Pride Jr., but they'll mainly have to rely on the contributions of returning starters Joseph Charleston and Dreyden Norwood. Through the first 8 practices, new defensive coordinator Corey Batoon seems to be impressed with the performance of both.
I think there's been spurts, the Norwood kid's had a really good camp. He's made some plays on the ball. He's been very consistent. I think that, on the back end, he's really stood out, makes some plays. I mean, Joe's had a really good camp. DC's had a very good camp.
Most of Batoon's expertise comes within the defensive secondary, and one of the things that he wants the group to focus on during this offseason is to be more loud and clear with communication. Here's what Batoon and Charleston had to say about that.
On the back end, making it a big emphasis point of communication, volume reflecting confidence, and knowing it to an extent that I can be loud, right? And if I can communicate in such a way that reflects that confidence, then the guys around me have more confidence in my calls. And so with everything new that's happening, the guys are doing a great job about making the corrections day to day, but continuing to develop that volume and confidence, especially when the picture changes. We get a ton of great looks from our offense in regards to the shifts and the motions, which cause guys to communicate, maybe less confidently at times. And so we're constantly working on that.
Kind of have to, we might give a call to one side of the field, you know what I'm saying? Because it's 2 safeties back there, 1 safety on to the boundary, 1 safety to the field. So I think he wants all the safeties to kind of communicate it all the way across the field instead of just to one side of the field. And you do that by communicating it loud. So I think that he just wants us to basically say the calls a lot louder.
Mizzou fans will be able to get a sneak peek at the new look secondary this Saturday, March 16th at the spring game set at Faroe Field for 1 p.m. Be sure to follow Mizzou Central's coverage for the rest of spring practice.